Hello, and welcome to the English with Colin Podcast, a podcast for English language learners. My name's Colin, I'm an English teacher in Tokyo, and if you're looking to improve your English skills and gain more confidence in your ability to communicate in English, you've come to the right place. In these episodes, I'll provide you with short conversations in English that cover a range of topics, from everyday situations to more specialised subjects. These conversations are designed to help you practice your listening skills and pick up new vocabulary and grammar along the way. Regular listening practice is key to improving your English, and I hope this podcast will become a valuable resource for you on your language learning journey. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. And remember, the more you listen, the more you'll learn. Before we start, I have a small favour to ask. If you are enjoying these podcasts, please take a moment to share your favourite episode with a friend. This really helps our podcast to grow. So, in your podcast app, click share and send a short message to a friend who might find our podcast useful. Thank you so much for your help. It really means a lot to us. Now, let's get on with the conversation. This is episode 41, and today's topic is Sweat in the City, how to handle the summer heat in Japan. Hello, Sue.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well. It's summertime.
It is, and it's very hot.
It's really hot. I think summer is my least favourite season in Japan. It's just a little bit too much. But we've got hopefully some tips about how to deal with the heat in Japan in the summer. First of all, we can talk about the difference between living and working here in the summer and being a tourist here in the summer.
Your activities are going to be very, very different. If you need to go and work, you're in and out of places, house, and then the office and the train. So there will be places that you can rest from the heat because there's air conditioning.
Yeah, I mean, your routine, your daily routine is very different if you're working. You get up in the morning and maybe, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, you're traveling to work. It might be a little bit warm as you walk to the station. Might be like, 27, 28 degrees at the moment, around about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. But then you get to work and you're in an air-conditioned office, for example, during the day, and then you leave maybe 5, 6 o'clock at night and it's starting to cool down, the sun's starting to set. You don't have to be outside in the middle of the day.
No.
So the middle of the day, it can get up to, recently 35, 36 degrees. I think it was 38 a few days ago.
Yeah, and it's not only the heat in Tokyo, it's also the humidity.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference.
Yeah. So even though the temperature might say it's 38, there's another reading that you can get, which is the feels like. Mm-hmm. What does the temperature actually feel like? And that could be 45, 46. So yeah, it's serious. And it can be dangerous. Heat stroke. Heat stroke is a genuine risk for people. There's a lot of, not so much in the middle of the summer, but once you get to September, there's lots of school sports festivals. Mm-hmm. And those kids are outside all day for their sports festivals. And heat stroke is a big thing. And even for old people, maybe air conditioning is too expensive to run all day and they're stuck at home, and it's a real danger that they can just, suffer a heat stroke at home.
Especially at night, I think that's when it gets more dangerous because you're asleep and...
True. Yeah. Okay. So culturally, summer is a big thing in Japan. You've got summer festivals like Obon, which we talked about. It's kind of like the Mexican Day of the Dead. the Obon festivals, the fireworks, the Hanabi Taikai festivals that they have. Those happen in the summer months. And you see people wearing the summer clothing, the yukata, nice kind of summer, kind of like a summer kimono, if you like. It's a much more simple thing, but it's nice, bright colors. So yeah, there's definitely a different feel to Japan in the summertime.
Yeah, and the kids, they are all with their jinbei, which is it's the same fabric, and the same patterns. It's the same kind of colors, but it's like a little short.
Yeah, there's shorts, and then there's like this sort of kind of very, very loose kind of top that ties. It's not like a t-shirt that goes over you. It's more like a jacket with like a belt that you can tie. Yeah, very, very. I mean, the clothing. Maybe we can start with the clothing. Having the right clothing. I mean, we have a very clear summer wardrobe and a winter wardrobe. You really have to make the change. When I was in Scotland, I didn't have that. I just wore the same clothes all year round. And even in Mexico City, I guess you wear the same clothes pretty much all year.
Yeah.
But in Japan, no, there's a very, very clear, okay, I need to change to my summer wardrobe. So basically, when you get to May, I don't wear jeans again until maybe October.
No, and it's not necessarily the heat, it's the humidity.
Yeah,
so anything that's thick, you cannot wear.
Yeah, I mean, the fabrics, there's lots of linen in the summer, and linen is very, very light. It's breathable, and also it can absorb the sweat very, very well. So it's a really useful fabric to wear in the summertime. And even places like Uniqlo, very famous Japanese clothing store, they have a really nice range of summer clothing.
Yes.
So they have this thing called the Airism series, which is very, it's a kind of a high-tech type of fabric that will be very good at, very breathable fabric, and perfect for the summertime. So yeah, Uniqlo is a great place to go and get good summer clothing. Okay.
There's also clothing to protect you from the sun. You'll see the locals. They don't necessarily wear shorts or, no sleeves.
That's true.
You protect yourself from the sun a lot. So you will see, even if your dress or your blouse doesn't have any sleeves, they do sell, and a lot of women use it, these kind of sleeves that you can put on. Yeah. And they're very breathable, but they also protect your arms. Usually is long dresses or long skirts. Breathable again, but also protecting you from the sun. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you need to kind of keep the sun off your skin. That's very, very important. So yeah, getting into sort of the summer activities, food changes. There's certain foods that are eaten in the summer that help people stay cool. One would be somen. So men is noodle, basically like ramen. Somen is like a noodle that's eaten cold. It's a very kind of thin noodle, and that's really nice. The other one is the hiyashi chuka, which is like the chilled. Hiyashi means chilled, and the chuka is referring to Chinese food. And this is again a chilled noodle, this time with more vegetables kind of mixed into it. And they are very, very nice to eat in the hot weather. And kakigori, which is the sort of shaved ice that you can add flavor to. So yeah, those are very popular things to eat in the summertime. what a lot of people in Tokyo do is they try to escape the city in the summertime. Just because the city with all the concrete buildings, the temperature is going to be a few degrees higher. You know, the cities are always, they're like, I don't know what, they're really hot spots.
Yeah.
Especially once you get in amongst the buildings in the center of town. So people try to get out of the city. Places like Karuizawa in Nagano is very popular, quite easy to get to from Tokyo, or Nikko, a bit further north, or if you can get to Hokkaido. Hokkaido doesn't really have the humidity that the rest of Japan has. So it's a perfect place to go and try to escape the heat a little bit. So yeah, kind of day to day, you need to stay hydrated. That's really, really important. Just kind of be very strict. Make sure every hour you're drinking, a glass of water or something. But any other drinks that we could have other than water?
Well, there are many. There's the tea, the barley tea.
Barley tea, yes. So in Japan, they would call it mugicha, barley tea.
And that's a summer flavor.
Yeah, I've strongly connect that with the summertime. Although we drink it all year.
We do.
But it's, nice iced mugicha barley tea is very nice. And you also have a series of sports drinks.
Yes, to keep you hydrated.
Yeah, so it was Aquarius and Pocari Sweat.
And some of them have versions in like little gelatin.
Yeah.
Packs of gelatin, which is also very good if you don't want to be drinking a lot.
True. You can still get all the
electrolytes.
Electrolytes, exactly. Yeah, those kind of things. And that's important. Water doesn't give you everything you need. You need a little bit extra. And so these sports drinks are actually very important to actually replace the things that your body is losing as you sweat.
Yes. Also, you need a little bit more salt to retain water. So pickles are a great food for summer.
Right. Yeah, you were saying that you enjoy the pickles because they're a bit more salty, and that helps you
summer
to retain.
Is when I feel a little bit more like eating a pickle. I remember going to a festival and what they were selling were these chilled cucumbers, but they were pickled.
Right.
And it was
on a stick.
On a stick.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it looks like nothing, but it was absolutely delicious because we were in summer heat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nighttime.
Yeah.
But it's really hot, and that I very much enjoyed.
The other thing that you found quite strange when you came to Japan, but then you actually started doing, was using an umbrella when you go outside in the summer.
Yes, when I arrived and I would see and it's women all ages, young and old, they would have their umbrellas when they were out in the sun. And I thought maybe that's a little bit too much. I thought maybe they were just taking extra care of their skin because I understand that's a big thing in Asia in general. Mm-hmm. But then, being out, having to commute to go here and there. Yeah, no, I understood that it's necessary.
It makes a big difference.
It makes it doesn't make you cooler.
Yeah.
It doesn't cool you down, but it does protect you. And they sell very good umbrellas here with UV protection.
Yeah, so these are not just standard umbrellas. These are umbrellas with a kind of UV protection layer built in to them. And they're very compact. So they fold down very, very small. So they're perfect for just having with you all the time.
Yeah, they're not heavy. They're very smart.
Yeah.
And it's important. This goes with, the sleeves that you can also wear to protect your arms, your umbrellas, hats, big hats.
Yeah, that's true. And you've started using a portable electric fan.
Yes, this I've been saying for a couple of years now, and today everyone has one.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. Because you can hold it in your hand, and then you just have it right on your face, and it just makes a huge difference. You can see everyone. I mean, all my students just come to class with their little fans.
Yeah. So there's this kind of buzz. Now, these are electric or, rechargeable fans. So everyone has their sort of personal air conditioning.
I have a little one that I bought that you can connect to your phone.
Oh, right. Yeah, it plugs into the lightning port.
Exactly. And then it starts. Of course, that takes the battery of your phone, but it's very, very small and very compact.
Yeah.
But you have the ones that you can hold on your hand, the ones that you can just put around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have even clothing for the heat with fans inside, so big jackets or even vests.
Well, that's important. Again, the difference between kind of working. If you work outside, like if you're a construction worker or you're repairing the roads or whatever, you need these jackets that have kind of fans built in. It looks like a weird kind of Japanese invention, but they make a big difference. Mm-hmm. And I've seen things that companies will actually track the health of their workers. So through an app, the workers will be wearing like a health monitor, some sort of maybe a watch or something that will keep track of their temperature, their heart rate, so that they know if somebody is getting to a point where they're in danger. Mm-hmm. So no, it's and this summer especially has been really, really tough, really, really hot, too hot. And too early.
Too early and too hot,
Yeah. So it's been tough. So this heat stroke is a real thing. And just in terms of, again, sort of living here, when I came to Japan 2005, it was when they introduced this thing called Cool Biz. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of Cool Biz?
Yes.
Right. So this was the idea that you don't have to wear a suit and a shirt and a tie if you're a man to go to work. You can wear maybe a shirt, no jacket, no tie, kind of open collar.
Short sleeves
even, yeah. And Hawaiian shirts even. Again, but these are the linen kind of shirts. And air conditioning in the offices would be at 28 degrees. That was the set sort of temperature. So they don't have to cool the building quite as much because people are dressed more appropriately for the hot temperature. So there's various things that they try to do to make it a little bit more bearable. But my advice, if you're coming to Japan, just avoid the summer. Unless you really want to see these summer festivals or even the fireworks. Some of the festivals are later in the year or they're earlier in the year. So you can still see those, but the summer is tough. And if you're a tourist and you're outside walking around trying to go to all the places, it's not nice and it's dangerous.
It can get dangerous, but there are many things that you can get to help you if this is the only time of the year that you can come to Japan. So these little fans, you have the beautiful Japanese fans. Mm-hmm. Those are very good. And it's also a good thing to buy if you like that. There's different kinds of fans as well. You have the electric fans. Mm-hmm. Those are good. But there are many other things that you can buy to keep you cool throughout the day.
Indeed. Yes, little cool, there's sprays, all kinds of things, yeah. Indeed. Well, just a little bit more of the summer heat for us this year. And that's a wrap for today's episode of the English with Colin podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening to the conversation and found it helpful in your language learning journey. Remember, The key to mastering a language is regular practice. So make sure you listen to our podcast regularly and keep honing your listening skills. We appreciate your support and feedback. So if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for future topics, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. You can find our contact information in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to joining you again next time for another conversation in English. Until then, keep practicing and take care.